Hello friends, I hope you all are safe and well. Now today we are going to discuss about the Lancashire boiler. First of all, we are seeing the various views of the Lancashire boiler. So here you can see that this is the front of the Lancashire boiler over here. Now this is the top view over here. This is the side view over here. Likewise, Lancashire boiler, it is the horizontal, internally fired, fire tube type of boiler. Also, it is a multi-tube types of boiler, as here we are having the two tubes over here. So that's why it is known as the multi-tube type of boiler. Now, let me see about the various parts. Likewise, other kinds of boiler. Here you can see that this is the water level indicator, which is used to measure the level of water inside the boiler. Here we are having the pressure gauge over here, and these are the fire tubes are here. Now this entire drum is known as the water drum as well as steam drum. Here half of the portion of the drum is covered with the water, whereas half of the portion is covered with the steam. Now here you can see that these are also the various parts. These two are the safety valves, which is used to ensure the level of the pressure inside the boiler, which is below the safety limit. Now here you can see that this is the steam stop valve, which is used to regulate and manipulate the supply of the steam from the steam drum, and this is the manhole, which is used to used for the maintenance of the boiler. Now let me see about the working of the Lancashire boiler. Now here you can see that we are having the two fire tubes are here. And the entrance portion of the fire tube contains the grate area on which the coal is going to be introduced. Likewise, other types of boiler, the water is going to be fed inside the water drum. After filling of the water drum, at the grate area, the coal is introduced, and due to the burning of the coal, it produces the hot flue gases. Now, whatever these hot flue gases are there, they are circulated entirely inside the tubes. Now here on the back side, here you can see that we are having the enclosed area over here. So we should prevent the flow of the gases at the outer side to the chimney. So whatever these gases are there, which are coming from the tube, it is striking to this block portion, and these hot flue gases goes at the backward side. Yes, this is known as the bottom flue, through which the gases are again moves backward side, and again it comes over here. Now here also you can see that it having the enclosed area, so that these hot flue gases are circulated on the sidewise of both the side of the water drum. Now here, due to that, it will increases the area of contact, so that the water start converted easily into the steam. And the steam is collected into the steam drum, and through the steam stop valve we can extract the steam for our further application. Now this type of boiler particularly used in the case of the medium pressure range applications. Thank you. I hope you all are safe and well. Today we are going to discuss about the big cooks and the big cooks kind of boiler. Firstly, we are going to see about some of the specification of the big cooks and the big cooks boiler. So as you can see that this is the horizontal, natural circulation, water tube, and it is the externally fired kind of boiler. Now let me see about the various parts and the basic function of each and every parts. Now, likewise, ocean boiler and the simple vertical boilers, the Bilcox boiler consists of the same parts except the superheater over here. Now, let me see the various parts over here. So, here you can see that this is the water level indicator, which is used to measure the level of water inside the boiler. Now, here you can see that this is the pressure gauge, which is used to continuously measure the pressure inside the boiler. And it is also used to ensure that whether the pressure it is below the safe limit or not. Now here, the top of of the boiler, here at the top of the boiler, you can see that this is the steam stop valve. This black one is known as the safety valve, which is used to ensure the level of the pressure inside the boiler is below the safe pressure. And if the pressure is exceeds below the safe limit, then it is used to release the excess steam, so that it also releases the extra pressure over there. Now here you can see that this is the manhole which is used for the maintenance of the boiler. Now let me come to the bottom. So here you can see that this is the damper one, this is the grate area, and these are the water tubes over here. Now at the middle point we are having the two buffet plates are over, which is used to regulate the supply of the hot flue gases in the sine wave form. Now let me understand the working of the Babcock's and the Wilcox kind of boiler. As usual, as other kind of boiler, first the water is going to be fed inside the boiler, steamed inside the water drum. Now here you can see that this is the drum. Now half of the portion of the drum is covered with the water and half of the portion of the drum is covered with the steam. Now after filling the water inside the boiler, the water is coming from the water drum to the down take header. Now this is the down take header and this is the upper take header. Now after the coming of water to the down take header, here on the damper or in the grate area we are introducing the coal. And due to the combustion of the fuel, it produces the hot flue gases over here. Now here, whenever and the hot flue gases started moves into the upward direction. Now here the hot flue gases covers only this particular area, so that in order to increase the flow area of the hot flue gases and in order to convert the flow of hot flue gases into the sine wave form, we are having the buffet plates which are putting over here. Now whenever the water which is comes in the contact with the hot flue gases, the water is start converted into the steam. And here, as we know that the water has a higher density than the steam, and due to this density difference, the water is moving, the steam is moving at the upward side, which is at the upper take header, and through this upper take header it is moved to the steam drum. And likewise other kinds of boiler, the steam get extracted from the steam stop valve, which is used for the further application. A Babcock-Wilcox boiler itself find a lot of applications into the various practice. Here one more thing, here we are using the superheater over here, and the superheater it is used to heat the steam, particularly a dry saturated steam, that which is used to increase the temperature of the steam. And this is the one kind of accessory which increases the efficiency of the boiler. Thank you. Hello all, I hope you all are safe and well. Now today we are going to discuss about the definition of the boiler and also the types of boiler. Now let me see the definition of the boiler. A boiler, it is a closed vessel, here you can see that, which is used for the generation of the steam. In the boiler we are having the generation of the large capacity of the steam. Now according to IBR, which is the Indian boiler regulation, a boiler can define like that. It is the closed vessel which is used for the generation of steam, having the capacity more than 25 liters, having the pressure more than 1 atmospheric pressure, and having the temperature just above the 100 degree. Now nowadays there are a lot of various kinds of boilers are available into the practice, but today we are going to discuss about the one of the simplest kind of boiler, which is known as the Cochrane boiler. Now let me talk about the specification of the Cochrane boiler. A Cochrane boiler, it is the vertical, internally fired and a fire tube type of boiler. Also a Cochrane boiler, it is the modification of the simple vertical kind of boiler. Now before going to the working, let me see about the various parts of the Cochrane boiler. So we are starting from the bottom. So here you can see that this is known as the grate area. on which there is a combustion of the fuel taken place. Now this is known as the smoke box, and here through which the flue gases which are coming from the fire tube, they are extracted outer side through the chimney. Now here at the top of the boiler, here you can see that this is the safety valve which is used to remove the excess pressure which is higher than the safe limit. Here this is the manhole which is used for the maintenance of the boiler. And on this side here you can see that this is the steam stop valve which is used to regulate the supply of the steam. Now on the right hand side here you can see that this is the water level indicator which is used to continuously measure the level of water in order to ensure that whether the level of water inside the boiler does not fall below the safe pressure level or safe water level. Now this is the blow up cock. It is used to remove the muds and the dirt which is contained inside the boiler. So it is extracted through the big blow up cock over here. Now on the back side here you can see that we are having this is the combustion chamber. So whatever the hot flue gases which are produced from the grate area, it is transferred through the combustion chamber. Now this combustion chamber is connected to the hot flue, connected to the fire tubes, and through which there is a flow of the gases over there. And here you can see that this is the pressure gauge which is used to measure the pressure. Now let me discuss about the working of the quotient boiler. Now in the quotient boiler, initially the water is going to be fed through the feed check valve which is provided on the left hand side of boiler. Now through the feed check valve the water is fed inside the boiler. After feeding the water, here at the bottom where there is a grate area on which the coal is introduced, and due to the burning of the coal it produces the hot flue gases. Now here whatever this grate area is there, it is connected to the combustion chamber, so that the hot flue gases which are produced from the grate area, they are transferred to the combustion chamber. Now in between the boiler we are having the hot fire tubes. Hence the one end of the fire tube is connected to the combustion chamber, whereas the other end of the fire tube is connected to the smoke box. So the gases which are coming from the grate area, it is transferred to the combustion chamber, and from the combustion chamber it is transferred inside the tubes. And some of the combustion gases, they are extracted outer side through the chimney, as the smoke box is connected to the other end of the fire tubes. Now here the water which is the surrounding the tube, and it is a fire tube kind of boiler. As in case of fire tube kind of boiler, the fire or the hot flue gases are circulated inside the tube, whereas the water is just surrounding the hot flue gases. So whenever the water which is already filled inside the steam drum, when it comes in the contact with the flue gases, the water is start converted into the steam. And as we know that the density of the steam, it is lower than the density of the water, so that the steam, it is collected at the top of the boiler and it is get extracted outer side with the help of the steam stop valve. Now at the below portion of the steam stop valve, it is connected to the anti-priming pipe. Now the function of anti-priming pipe is that because whenever we are extracting the heat from steam from the boiler, at that time there are some amount of molecules which are present into the steam. So it is a very essential to remove that water molecules. So for that we are using this anti-priming pipe, and after the anti-priming pipe it is goes into the steam stop valve, and from the steam stop valve we can easily extract the steam for our further application. Thank you.